Well, I have to be very quiet here because I am in a cemetery, but this is the resting place of Muddy Waters. His actual name is McKinley Morganfield. Born in 1915, died in 1983. Just says, the mojo is gone, the master has won. His wife is right next to him. She died 10 years before him. That's Geneva Morganfield. She died in 1973 as his wife of Muddy Waters. So, needs to be tended to a little bit. Quite modest grave for somebody who had such an impact on music, to say the least. When I say that, I can't overestimate and overemphasize the impact that this man has had on blues and popular and rock music. If I had to rank that impact, it would be near the very top. Chess Records would be his main venue. In the 1950s, he recorded his seminal recordings on that label. It was just known pretty much in that time in the black community because rock did not take off until 1955, and he certainly wasn't rock either. The rock world really didn't discover him, if you want to call it that, until the Rolling Stones got some of his 45s, like much of England did, young England, kids starting bands. Everybody needs an influence. The Beatles certainly didn't have the influence of Muddy Waters or Chicago blues, but the Rolling Stones did, so much so that they decided to pay a pilgrimage to Chess Records in 1964 and recorded their second album, their 12 by 5, and named their band after one of his songs, Rolling Stone. So that speaks for itself right there. And of course, there's a clip on YouTube, I'll link to it, of the Rolling Stones arriving at the Checkerboard Lounge and playing out with him, with Muddy Waters, who happened to be there with Buddy Guy that evening. Which is a dynamic and tremendous video. And this is when he was in his 70s, still playing, sitting down, about the time he was playing Chicago Fest, the last few years of his life, because you can see that he lived in 1983. So if I can do the math quickly, 15, 25, 35, 45, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. Okay, so it looks like he lived to be 68 years old, not too long. 50. Yeah, 68. You know, I'm 63. It's funny, when we were kids, we'd think somebody's ancient. He really didn't live a terribly long life, but pretty long. Some of these blues guys had horrible accidents or encounters with people, and they didn't have that long life. So for a blues artist, fairly long life. Can I just emphasize that, you see, this is a very modest cemetery here. You don't see too many stand-up memorials like you see in some other places. Extremely modest. I believe it's a black cemetery, and also mostly very modest place, a little office there. But for somebody as great as Muddy is, this is extremely modest. Just a small little marker, not even completely cleared off. Very simple. Doesn't have the name Muddy Waters on it, however, it does have his real name on there, his birth name. So I don't have a whole mess more to say about this great man, other than it's an honor to be here and see his grave. And I'm standing over him, but he's standing over the whole world eternally with what he contributed to some music, especially blues-based music and blues. And from what I understand, the Rolling Stones sometimes when they go on tour here, at least a few times, have come to visit his grave, which is nice. So if I was standing here at the time they came here, you would see Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and a few other people standing over here playing flowers or something like that. So anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.